The UK is set to suffer a series of strikes over the Christmas period, and this could be a major problem for the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, as he's already struggling to get the unions on the side of the government. From nursing to postal services, railways to charity workers, nearly every organisation or sector in the UK is planning to go on strike over the Christmas period. The rail union, the RMT, announced workers will walk out from Christmas Eve through to December 27th, as the long-running issue over pay and conditions escalates. Similarly, thousands of ambulance staff said they plan to strike on December 21st. UK nurses have pledged to walk out on December 15th and 20th. The postal workers are planning strikes during the crucial period for gifting festive cards and gifts, and ministers are showing little interest in improving the situation. However, Number 10 claims the UK public is on its side, as they're going to suffer from the strike and amid a cost of living crisis. Earlier, the PM's spokesperson called on the unions to step back and reduce the misery that awaits the UK. The strikes and controlling them is going to be a big gamble for this Tory government, as many experts predict the public is going to give them very little sympathy. After months of political chaos that resulted in 3 Conservative leaders within a few months, many political analysts also say that public opinion is now divided, and it makes it much more difficult for the UK leadership to blame any other policy failure or crisis on each other. Well, for more on this, our correspondent Alex Issat joins us live from London. And Alex, this is getting awfully messy as we approach one of the busiest and most special times in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are thinking that this all happened because of Liz Truss's mini statement when she had Kwasi Kwarteng put out the changes, but actually this has been rumbling on for a long time coming before any of the autumn statements were put out. The unions have been trying to fight for a rise in pay just in line with inflation for the last couple of years. In fact, we've had strikes, especially in the railways, at least for the last couple of years. But it's not just about inflation rising pay, it's also about the actual work that a lot of these industries are doing as well. They are all saying that their roles have changed since they've been in the position, and that they aren't getting the pay rise to accommodate those changes, but also they're not having any of those rights. They're now doing mandatory weekends, they're doing overtime, they're doing volunteer hours when they weren't, and that's not what they signed up for originally. So of course we're having all of these strikes that are culminating right now in this Christmas period, but these strikes are hoping to make the government do something and push something forward. All the unions have said individually, the GMB union and RMT union, ABELO and Unite have said that they understand that people are getting quite angry. They've had businesses and people writing and calling to them, telling them to stop this, that they want to just be able to go about their normal lives. But they then counteract that and said, well, if we do stop and we don't move forward, then nothing will change. Something needs to be done. This has been rumbling on for too long. So they're making all of this effort to try and push the government into making changes and to boost the cost of living. But then again, the government are saying we don't have the money. We don't have the money to give pay rises to everybody who asks for them. It would cost billions and billions of pounds, and in a cost of living crisis, we just don't have that money to spend. This isn't going to change at all until the end of December, but there are going to be some talks. You understand that Steve Barclay, the health minister, is talking to ambulance workers union later today, the CWU, but also we understand that the Home Office and civil servants are likely to walk out themselves. So that will mean that there will be a lot more pressure on admin staff within the civil service. So there's going to be a lot more disruption coming. It's unlikely that there's going to be a short-term fix. Some of the percentage of inflation that has been given out to RMT that was not accepted. We heard yesterday they denied 8% pay rise. They want it in line with inflation, and this is going to keep going. Both sides at the moment are at loggerheads. We're likely to see something from Rishi Sunak in PMQs later today, but what he's going to say, it's not likely to be a winning battle on either side.
Alex Issat, many thanks there.